anyone else getting a lot of calls from scammers recently? Calls from, okay, a lot of yeses. Me too. I've been getting some calls from scammers. I got a call from a scammer the other day that said, "Hi, I want to review your insurance information from that car accident you just had." And that was like brand new news to me because I don't drive. Like, I don't drive purposely to prevent an accident. I'm a very bad driver. But I knew he was a scammer. I wanted to lead him on a little bit, so I was like, "Oh, I remember. Is that the car accident where I died?" And he said, "Yes, that one. He wasn't even listening. He was not listening to me. We ended up talking for a while. He ended up being a really nice guy. His name was Alex, and eventually he was like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" And I said, "No, Alex, I want to marry you." And then he hung up the phone. But it's okay, everyone. I'm fine. There are other people out there. I don't need Alex. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, Alex, if you're listening to this, my number is still the same. Alex, it's all right. The scammers, actually, they've amped up. They text you now. I got a text last week on Tuesday, and it said, "Congratulations, you are Best Buy's Mystery Box winner of the month." And I was like, "Oh my God." And so I texted back, "What is a mystery box? Question mark. Just because I like the phrase mystery box, to be honest, and wanted to use it in a sentence. And this scammer leveled up and said, "How will you know if you don't click the link?" And I was like, my God. I thought this was just a regular scammer, but this is actually the newest novelist. Like, this is now a mystery novel. Sherlock Holmes and the Mystery Box. I didn't respond to the text because I didn't know how. And then 5 days later, the scammer texted me again, double text, and said, "Have you checked what's inside your mystery box?" And I was like, "Stop trying to do this to me, scammer. Stop it." With all of these, deceitful people out there, it makes sense to be a little anxious in social situations. Anyone else a little anxious in social situations? A lot of the other comics, thank you. Thank you. I know, I understand. Me too. You know how for the Olympics, they're always like, "Oh, so-and-so broke a personal record, like diving or running or jumping." Like, I wish we as human beings had those personal record announcements for like everyday interactions, because I think it would help people like me, with social anxiety, navigate day-to-day occurrences. Like, "Wow, Stacy, you broke a personal record. You held a 30-minute conversation with a stranger today and you didn't do anything embarrassing. Congratulations, Stacy." That would really make me feel good. Note to self. I love saying note to self, even though I don't remember it. But I always do this. I always feel like it's very interesting. I read this article the other day, actually, and it was like, "Have you heard that bears in national parks are now going up to strangers more and more frequently?" And I was like, "Oh God, that means that bears in national parks are more social than I am," which is an interesting turn of events. But it's like, I want to be social. I am a people person. I'm so much of a people person that I stay far away from people and just observe them. But you know what? It's about getting a little bit better every day, about just trying to push yourself more and more every single day. Case in point, I was crossing the street the other day, and I got to an intersection, and I waited for the signal to cross. So I did. I crossed at the signal, and when I was crossing, a car was trying to turn right and couldn't do it because I was crossing in the intersection. And the driver of the car, who couldn't cross, rolled down his window and shouted at me. And what he said was, "What is wrong with you?" And everyone, I'm a pretty low-key person. Some might say pleasant. Thank you. But when he yelled at me, I got very upset. So what I said to him was, "You don't even want to know! So much is wrong with me, you don't want to know, sir! My fiance Alex is a phone scammer! He won't even call me back! And he calls old people all day, and he can't even return my calls. Alex, listen. I'm sorry, Alex. Maybe I moved too fast. Speaking of moving too fast, I've been invited to 3 weddings that are all taking place next week. And every single wedding is cocktail attire requested. And here's the thing, I don't know what that means. And I could Google it, but in my opinion, the only cocktail attire I want to see is a cocktail in both hands. Negroni, Negroni. Never mix, never worry. That's what they said in 1952, apparently. But, you know, I think weddings are great. I really enjoy them. But, you know, all I can say is I'm looking for a +1. So, Alex, if you're out there, please, by God, I need you to call me Alex. Everyone, you've been such a wonderful audience.